Alright folks, and welcome back once more to Let's Play Dread Delusion. Today, I don't know, we're gonna get up to some bullshit if I had to guess. What's it gonna involve? I don't know, but it probably won't be good. Why are there all these little silkworms wandering around in here now? Mild concern. Alright, what were we... Return to Afra in the park. Okay, after nightfall. Yep. I have to just remember where the park is. Which I don't. It's around here somewhere. But not over here. It's easier to find if I just jump on the walls and go running. That's not it. Oh, I'm smooth. Alright, is it around here? No. This is the one we can kind of jank up for reasons that don't make sense to me. We have to like jump at the very apex of the jump to be able to keep jumping. It's actually not easy to do. I know I make it look easy, but it's not. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, there's our gazebo. Okay, and it has to be at night. Nope, not that one. I do not have my time spell hotkeyed. I think because we lost some stamina and lost the hotkey for it. Because we don't sleep anymore. We haven't slept in many episodes. Afra's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation. How goes our task, friend? Why is the city full of silk slugs? She looks around. Oh dear, again? I'm afraid I had my nose in my notes on the way here. The king's affection for silk slugs is a long-standing mystery, but not our most pressing. How else can I empower you? Well, I found the king's message in the graveyard. Really? She reads the transcript excitedly. Let's see. Could it... No, wait. Oh. She beams up at you. Stars aflame, so I wasn't imagining it. This confirms my analysis. The king is speaking to us, and we must show what we've heard. Alright. How do we do that? The king speaks a dialect of cipher language known as sixfold cipher. It's tremendously difficult for human brains to parse. So, for your audience, you'll need a cranial moderator installed into your skull. I actually have one. I already have one. Funny conversation. Afra blinks, squints at you, then tilts her head back as if she's seeing you in a new light. Really? You got that from Morozov? I made it worth her while. Your initiative is commendable. Well then. I've been studying the message you received from the graveyard. I think Its Majesty wants us to pass it on elsewhere, but not by the usual channels. In the corrupted lands, there's a royal broadcast beacon, formerly used to send signals down to the underlands. It was abandoned when corruption overtook the area and has since fallen into disrepair. However, the king has not forgotten it. Unfortunately, the beacon is no longer answering remote commands, which means you, and I am truly sorry for this, must deliver the message in person. She hands you a weighty folder of forest green leather. This is what we mechanists call a punch card. It's a way of recording information so the king can understand. In this case, music. Use the punch card to open the tower door, then insert it into the apparatus at the top of the beacon. Alright. This sounds dangerous. Very much so. Ordinarily, I wouldn't contemplate such a journey, and I truly wish I could go myself. But if Sunil notices I'm absent for too long, our whole plan will be sunk. My advice, try not to enter any structure not fixed to the ground. Cleanup workers are your friends. If you taste lilac, turn back immediately, and if you see an eyeball, do not meet its gaze. If you need respite, I believe there's a royal cleanup camp in the area, though I've never been there myself. Anything else? I mean, how do we get there? But we know how to get there. Alright. That's all. If I become a monster, I'll eat you first. Entirely fair. How else can I empower you? Just wish me luck. All the luck in the world. Alright. Let us away. I'm just using your dock here. I bet if I had speed, I'd have made it all the way over there. I bet I would have. So I assume that's the tower over there. I don't know if we've actually been there. I feel like we maybe have been, but I do not recall. I mean, realistically, it was probably just a handful of episodes ago, but in meat space time, that's like probably a week or two, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I'm all but certain we've been up this way. Yeah, because we couldn't get in. All right. Yup. I want to see. Can we do anything with the bridge over here? I imagine not. Oh no, we totally can. I wonder if I just never came over here. I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter, it's open now. Let's open this, let's open this, none of that, and let's do this. Bye guys. A for effort. I'm just gonna be jumping off the top of this, so you're not gonna be able to catch me at the bottom, I'm afraid. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Control panel is a dizzying array of levers, dials, and buttons, many smashed or corroded. Among them is a slot-like entry port waiting for input. A howling wind whips snow and ash across your face. Will we insert the punch card? The card jams in the slot, but you give it a good shove. For a moment, nothing happens. The whole tower begins to vibrate. Needles jump back and forth along their dials, and a transistor bursts in a shower of glass. One by one, indicator lights go green as the beacon reconnects with its long-lost king. Above you, the giant antenna crackles into life and emits a pulse of silent sound, felt in your belly rather than your head. The pulse continues at regular intervals, singing a song that only your bones can hear, broadcasting a monarch's lonely cry down into the underlands. Suddenly, the control panel crackles and squeals before emitting a familiar voice. God's damned thing even work? Hey, asshole, are you hearing this? Mikhail, is that you? Misha? Oh, this is an ancient mummified queen of the Underlands here to tell you that you have a stupid nose. Pinhead, nincompoop, fucking... Listen, we do not have long with this device, so pay attention. Misha has some friends who've been watching you through the king's eyes. They know all about Chief Interpreter Afra and her big plan, enough to something, cannot be trusted. Go down something in Ferropolis, find a market trader called Reza, ask them the 7th letter. Do this before you something Afra's punch card, understand? What was that about the letter? It appears Mikhail can no longer hear you. You and I believe we have seen each other's souls. We have something and discovered philosophy. Nothing matters. Something this. Misha is asking you as a friend. There's nothing more save for the roar of static. Okay, back we go. Alright, where's this merchant? Was it... It's probably gonna have to be daytime for this, huh? I can make that happen. Is it you? The trader looks nervous and keeps one protective hand on their stall. King's blessing, citizen. Don't often see new faces down here. Have we met before? Not much in stock now. Yeah, we've already talked to him. Is it you? Have I tried to petition for a home in the upper city? Pointless. The king rejected me because my comedy score was too low. What does that even mean? I swear, they just make up a number and pretend there's some wizardry behind it. Then if you ask how to increase it, they say it's too complicated to explain. Okay. You? Conduits are beautiful in the rain, you know. All the water running down from the upper city, rivers and curtains of it, down the pipes and gutters, cascading off the odd bits of machinery. Maybe you'll get to see it too if spring ever returns. Okay. What's this now? My dear, let me find my looking glass. Why is your face so small? She finishes among the charms dangling at her neck and produces a large glass lens which has the disconcerting effect of magnifying her eye to enormous size. Much better, yes. You see, my dear, I must read your lips, for my ears cannot hear your words. Her one giant pupil dances back and forth like a fish in a bowl as she examines you. You seek out chemical aid, do you not? Eye of worm and hair of slug and all that? I am Madame Lasso, and in the roiling mists of the future I sense a most fruitful relationship for us. My dear, alas, if only I could bottle a happier fate for you. Still, perhaps there's something I can do. Alright, what you got? Nothing I actually give a shit about. But we could in fact sell her a bunch of stuff. I won't, but we could. Alright, so it's not you either. Well, none of these other NPCs have names. You know where my house houses. We keep walking. Let's see. Let's see. Is it you? Weapon? Fuck are you? Yeah. We've talked about you. With your incredibly thick accent. They might also be here at like a different time of day. There's not gonna be anything in there. Alright. So let's cast. A little later in the day. Looking like the same gaggle of folks. Maybe it is you. What can you tell me about this place? We talked to this guy before. No, because we've gone through all of this. Where is this person? Just a market trader named Reza. They said before returning to Afra, so we'll do that. Okay, let's see if there's maybe... Oh, damn it. See if there's maybe just someone else. These are just like the lines for the suicide booth or whatever it is. Food distribution center. You? No. It's not gonna be either you. Penny for a song. I know all the royal anthems and the God War battle hymns and the old Cardovian lays and more besides. 5 point a pop. Sing me a tune from old Cardova. They sing a weird and ancient song, earthy and caked with blood. Tells of a plucky, cunning mortal who tries to swindle a god and is full of unfamiliar musical motifs and references to vanished customs. In the end, the mortal is caught and transformed into a silk slug. He's punished for imagining he could ever be more than he was. This is how things are, and they cannot be otherwise. No future forever. Whew, wasn't sure I'd hit the note at the end there. Another song, friend. Fine if going to pop, no fair price. Nah, not just now, thank you. One was plenty. I suppose it's you, is it? No, you're just the bucket lady. Alright, I do think maybe it has to do with the time of day. Does this spell just not cost mana to cast, apparently? Alright. It doesn't take the time of day into account. Alright, so what... Did you just ask me about where your house is? The beggar looks confused, like they didn't expect you to actually stop. I did. I'm sorry to bother a fine citizen such as yourself, only I can't seem to find it anywhere. Don't you know where your own house is? They look abashed. King's truth, pal, I've no clue. I know I had one somewhere in the upper city, but I just can't seem to recall any of the details. Well, how do you know you had one then? The beggar delves into the rags around their neck and produces an ornate key on a string, holding it up in their blackened fingernails like a talisman. Because I've got this. Where'd you get the key from? It's mine. I swear by the king I've always had it. Had it in my pocket, and I remember, see? I remember my first night on the streets. It's like a nightmare. I knew I'd had a house only the night before. I didn't know shit about sleeping rough. Kept thinking, tomorrow I'll surely find it. Tomorrow this will be over. Oh, it was 2 years ago. The beggar clings to the key like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. Can you just try it on some doors? Oh, I tried plenty. Turns out nobody likes you doing that without first asking, though. And if you do ask first, then nobody lets you. They all thought I was mad. Now the militia know my face, so it's tough for me to leave the conduits. At least it's warmer down here where the steam pipes are. Alright, I gotta go, but I can give you some coin. Oh no, don't bother yourself. All I need is to find my house, and I'll be grand. Get my old job back, get me back on my feet. We're gonna give him 20 coins. Wait, but their eyes well up, torn between shame and gratitude. Thank you, pal. I promise when I find my house, I'll repay you double, triple. I'll give you a bed whenever you need it. Pour you a dram anytime. I wonder if that's something we can actually do, is find this guy's house. Because I'm sure what happened was the king just deleted it. Have I just never been in here? Is this Rava? You see a middle-aged person with light brown skin and an eye patch, dressed in an eclectic patchwork of colorful fabrics. You can't quite figure out their gender, which seems deliberate. Hello there, child. Welcome to browse. What are you selling? Actually, who are you? Name's Reza, child. Fortune teller, trinket vendor, and listener to many grapevines. For a price, I can sell you talismans of luck and protection. Perhaps even give you a little advice about your problems. Alright, what kind of problems do you mean? Everyone's problems are different, child. To truly help a person, you must be trusting, yeah? Alright, fair enough, I suppose. Alright, I want to see what you're selling. My charms and trinkets to attack the favor of the Clockwork King or ward off His Majesty's displeasure. Look here. This cogwheel was plucked from the king's own belly, inscribed with the sacred six-fold cipher worn around your neck. It will grant you fortune at summoning stations. Or this incense. Burn it while you write a petition to the king, and it shall speed your request. Do you see anything that interests you? Not really. I'm looking for the 7th letter. The gaudy trader squints at you, then glances left and right to check nobody's listening. They beckon you closer. Who told you to come here? Were you followed? Misha sends his greetings. Good. They appraise you with their remaining eye. So you're the one who's helping Afra. I see she's got your head stuffed with clockwork like a good little mechanist. Tell me, did she explain what a cranial moderator does? Morozov mentioned a few side effects, migraines, seizures. Oh, I'm sure, so then nobody warned you how a cranial moderator warps your thinking, smooths out any irrational notions, and makes you look at the world like a mechanist, seeing everything as a puzzle you can solve? The biggest changes will take a few years, but mark my words, they will come. That's why I got rid of mine. You used to be a mechanist too. Oh yes, for many years. I even wrote some of the cipher magic that lets the king alter people, so I speak with authority when I say that countless lives depend on you defying Afra's plan. I'm listening. Don't misunderstand me. Afra is a sweet girl. We were very close once, and she absolutely believes she's doing the right thing. Sadly, for all of us, she's wrong. Look around you, child. See how we are all at the mercy of this infernal machine, which not even the mechanists can control? Can you honestly say that what we need is more Clockwork King? However brilliant Afra's spell may be, it cannot fix the problems of the king, because the king is the problem. And what's your alternative? Reza flashes a crooked grin and hands you something heavy wrapped in colorful rags. I'm glad you asked. This is a different kind of spell. Inserted in place of Afra's, it will trigger a runaway fault cascade that gradually but irrevocably shuts down the king, with minimum destruction. Wait, you're the saboteur, aren't you? They smile cryptically. There's no such person as the saboteur, child. Only a group of like-minded people who love this land and see no good in leaving its fate to an overgrown grandfather clock. So, do we understand each other? Is there more you would know? I'll consider what you've said. That's all I ask, child. Don't trust Afra and don't trust me either. Just do what you think is right. Ooh, we have a moral quandary. I mean, personally, I'm all for, like, exploding the king. Because down with the monarchy, down with the ruling class, etc., etc. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. Well, first I need to figure out how to get out of here. Okay, so what am I supposed to do with this thing? Like, we got it. Do I just give it to Afra? Okay, yeah, return to Afra for your final task. Okay. I can never remember. So there's that, and there's the gazebo. Okay, so the gazebo's actually like just right here. Okay. Alright. Alright, I can make that work. We're back. Afra peers up into the sky, her brows furrowed in contemplation. We gesture skywards. Is this normal? She tears her eyes away from the celestial teapot. No, I would certainly say that this is new. What does it mean? I confess I'm struggling. Is it a sign, an instruction, a response to our broadcast? But then why a teapot? Wait, what? She shrugs helplessly. I've checked and rechecked my calculations. All we can do is stick to the plan. Oh, yes. I almost forgot. The king has summoned you for another audience, just as we hoped. Afra hands you a leather folder, far heavier than the last. Here it is, my friend. 8 years of my life and the hopes of a kingdom now rest in your hands. Friend, I don't know what will happen after this, so if you have any concerns, now's the time to voice them. Nope. I'll let you know how it goes. Afra smiles, failing to conceal her anxiety. I'm counting on you, friend. There's a teapot. There's a I don't see no teapot. Oh, there's a teapot. Oh my. That's concerning. Nothing good comes from a teapot. Well, that's not true. I don't know. But it's a problem for next episode, because I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. So as per usual, folks, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. And I will see you all next time, when we're gonna kill a king. Until then. Hey, you made it to the end. Nice. If you had a good time, check out one of these other series, see if you like them. Drop a like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to support the channel, via the machine and all that. As always, thanks for watching.